How's it going, guys? It's David, and today is January 21st. It's a Saturday, and it's already dark outside. I brought my camera with me, but I forgot to bring my micro SD card, so unfortunately I was not able to record anything this morning. But as usual, I was running late, and then we had to get to UPS as quickly as possible because they were closing, so we drove our butts down here. My brother and I drove our butts down here, picked up as far as the Amazon stuff, so we could ship it out fast and see results on that. Grabbed those boxes, got to UPS just on time as they were closing, and we were able to drop those off. So after yesterday, finding out all the things yesterday, I'm pretty excited today about finding out how this is going to go and how my private label is going to get done by Monday probably, because it's the weekends and they're not kind of responding. Our suppliers aren't really responding back yet. So we could probably process all that on Monday, as well as we have a meeting with our accountant on Monday to open up another LLC for this type of business so that we can get our reseller's license and run it officially. So that's on Monday too. So Monday's a big day. And so on this video, I just want to talk about the pivot strategy. It's a strategy that I use. I just call it the pivot strategy, is because it's the way of constantly learning new things and never stop learning, and whatever new information we find, we have to pivot in that direction. Like today we woke up and there's a new president for our country. So having a new president means there are going to be changes and things are going to be chaotic. And in that chaotic, you have to be able to pivot in the right direction and change the course, and you can't get complacent about being in a certain spot. So even with my business that you saw yesterday, I'm challenging myself to pivot again, and we created all of this in like a month and a half to 2 months, but now that new information came out and better information came out, now I have to pivot my strategy towards a different direction, or else I'm going to be part of another dying industry in the future. So just like so my sister too, she's going back to school and she's trying to become a doctor right now, or any science field. But then even doctors, they have to constantly study and learn for the rest of their lives. But we have this notion as like business people that or non-doctors or non-licensed people, that after school that we stop learning, and they're like, our parents have this attitude of like you know, it's too much for them to learn, or even this new tech comes out and it's just way too much for them to learn, and it's just such a hassle that people stop learning. But I think the important thing is to continually learn, so that you are able to pivot and make the correct changes into a changing market. Pretty much like, think about my private label that I'm doing overseas right now. The president right now is saying that he's gonna maybe place a tariff or raise cost of importing goods, right? So with that knowledge, obviously it's not gonna happen tomorrow, but with that knowledge, I have to be able to absorb that, understand it, and then maybe in the next 2 or 3 years be ready to pivot in that direction. Or because if I'm not ready to pivot, I'm starting all of this, and then if import costs increases, then you know you're done. So I think it's very important to continually learn and continually change your strategy along the way as new information comes out, and the goal is to never stop learning. And we have to understand that only through chaos can new order be established, because like I remember my parents going out so we used to go search for retail stores, open vacant retail locations that said, you know, for rent or for sale or something, and then renovate that and then turn it into a store. So what we notice is that like when the economy is boosting and when everything's going well, like these prime locations, they never come out. No matter how long you wait, they're not going to come out because everyone's successful. But through chaos and in the chaotic times, like when the recession hit or something, all these locations that wouldn't have come out in a million years, they were popping up for sale, for rent, and that creates opportunity for a new shift where you can pivot your way to the top, pretty much. And there's always in life, there's always a cycle of, you know, the rich getting poor, poor getting rich, rich getting poor, poor getting rich. As there's always this cycle, and you have to be able to ride that cycle very well. And that's why I think it's very important to continue to study and continue to read articles. I absorb a lot of content on YouTube, and I continue to learn from other people that are doing new things, and try it yourself and see how that goes. And I think it's very important, especially in this dynamically moving market these days. So yeah, I mean, it's a short video today, but it's just my little rant for Saturday. I still have a lot of work to do, but I hope this knowledge helps you guys, and hopefully you guys could absorb it and just utilize it to the best. Peace.